Okay, so this isn't really going to be a Mac Plus video, but I just thought I'd play about with these boards I made. That was version 1. If you look at this video here, you'll remember that the actual design I did was long and thin, but something went wrong with that. I decided this way was a better way to do it, but I'd got these wired up wrong. And this is version 2, and this works a lot better. But I showed you at the end of the video I had all these bodge wires, and it's that bodge wires bit that I'm thinking about today, and I just thought I'd do something I haven't done before. So I bought some of this. In fact, let's zoom in a bit. Okay, so I bought some of this jumper wire, and I've seen a few circuit board people use this to put their own wires in, but this is really thin. I don't even know whether this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a go anyway, just for fun really. So I've got, let's mount this board in my little vise, just to stop it moving about. And I could go completely Louis Rosman on this and zoom right in. I think I might have a go at that, see how it goes. So I think the first one to do is this blue wire here. It goes from this pin here down to there. So I think I'll just take them out one by one and see what happens. So I'll take this end off first there. Alright, and I'll have to remember where this was. Now, I've seen them do this. You're supposed to, it's got enamel on it, this wire. It's really small as well, look, 0.10 of a millimetre, 0.1 of a millimetre. And I put this underneath a lighter, and it just melted the copper, so either this isn't copper or, well, I don't know, it's not worked. So let's try and I better zoom out a bit. Let's get a little bit of solder and see whether the end will tin. It should just tin anyway. I'm not 100% sure that it has, but I'll put it on there and do a test on with the multimeter afterwards and see whether that works. Alright, do you want to look at that? Hang on, let's go in a bit again. So I've just connected that to that little pin there. You can just see it. There you go, there's the wire, you see. Alright, now that has to come across to this wire here, so let's desolder that. I'll just snip this and try and put a bit of solder on the other end as well. So this is going onto that terminal there. So here we go first. So that should have done that. I've done it a little bit too long, but I can cope with that for now. It's just a little bit around there. I think I can just, I've seen them waggle it back and forward. There you go. So that's removed that. So let's see whether I've got continuity between those two pins then. Get my multimeter out and put it on beep. Turn the lovely blue light on for special effects. There's beep. So if I touch that pin there and that pin, I'm trying not to touch the wire. Do I have anything? Yes, I do. I'm trying not to touch the wire. I'm trying to touch the just the pins. So that seems to have worked. So it was very, very fiddly. I suppose that's the point of it really, isn't it? So where does this one go? Okay, so I'll disconnect this pin first. So that's that back pin there. Comes off nicely, and I'll put that out of the way. Let's bring that round again to this one. So we'll desolder this way here. Let's take that out first. put some more juicy solder on that. And bring this round and try it this way instead. Oops. Let's use the tweezers. I'm just going to hold it on there for a considerable amount of time and hope that that burns through the enamel on the wire, and maybe it will work that way. Hopefully that will just fit there now. If it works, it's going to be a lot neater. Let's just test those two now. So it was this one here across to there. Yeah, it seems to have worked. So I've seen them in the close-up. They get this little bit here and they just waggle it like so till it breaks off. So you don't actually have to tin the wire first then, so that's useful. It's just a case of putting it on there and heating it up. Lovely. Right, which one can I get to the best next? I think it's best to get to this red wire now. So I'll take the red from down here. I might try going a different way on this one. But I tell you what, just because I'm a bit paranoid about doing this wrong, I'm just going to put the red there and the red there so I can see what I'm doing. And then I'll clean the board after that. So let's pop the red off. Should come off nice and easy. And give it a bit more. Definitely I'm getting used to this now. I'm understanding how it works. I haven't had to use any flux either. It would probably be easier if I was using flux, but it seems to work nonetheless. Okay, that's nice and shiny. And I'll come in from this way now for this one, I think. Well, actually I'll come there and then I can just go around the corner. So I'll pop that on there. Leave that on there for a while. That should be connected now. Yes, it is. Then let's take the red off, which is over here. So let's pop this red off. That should be easy again. Okay, give it a bit of juicy solder so it's all shiny, and then on this one I'm hoping I can just a little bit easier just come round here like so. And leave it to burn off. And let's test that one. Hopefully I haven't shorted this other one there. No, I haven't. It's not touching it. I'm going to go over this with a few drops of UV. In fact, I've got some actually got some green circuit board extra this somewhere, wherever that is, I don't know. So there to there. All right, so I have connectivity there as well. All right, let's which is going to be the easiest one to do now. I think the easiest one is going to be this black one again. I think I'll have to clean that up a lot better than this afterwards, but that's made it awful. Alright, so let's take this black one off first. And whether this will work, I don't know, but let's pop one on there so I know it's that one. And this one's going to be really difficult actually, because that's in the middle of those other ones. So I think I'm going to do this one instead. I'll do that one and that one. Alright, oh sorry, you couldn't see that, could you? So I'm going to do this one here, this black one there, so this blue one, which goes across to this blue one there. Then I've got that out the way for the others. So as before, let's take off that. and take off this closest one here. Easily. Then make it easier. I'll feed this underneath this other black wire. It can easily go down there. That's fine. And then the closest one, try and get it a bit line a bit more flat on this. Get that line down there flat, and it will go on this edge one here. And give it a nice cook. Should be good. And just check that wiring that I just did. So it was from there to there. Yeah, works straight away. So now I've got room for this one. It's better now I've got into the swing of it and know how to do it, and just not bothering with the enamel. So that one can come out first. It's that one there. Let's pop this one on first. Give it a cook. And then I can lift that one off so I don't lose it. And straight away, let's put it on there. I'm just going to put a little bit more on here. I'm not 100% sure of this one, so let's give it a bit more solder down there. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh, that was good. This one keeps on jumping out. You see that there? It just doesn't want to stay on. I think that's better. Let's test that again. There to there. Lovely. So let's break that. And then finally this one. I'm going to turn the board round for this. That looks a right mess, doesn't it? I'll clean that up in a minute. It's probably not going to help the soldering too well, is it? But let's just get in there and get that one from the middle. Alright, so it's that middle one. Pop a little bit more on there. And in we go with that. Nearly there. It's nearly there, but it's running a little bit high on the board, so that's it. And this one here then, let's undo that. Add a nice bit of solder on it, and then bring this round the corner, I think. Okay, yeah, so better hold that with tweezers because it doesn't seem to like it if I don't. Let it hold it there. let's come in from the side and heat that one up. And let's test this one. Of course, if you were actually doing this, you wouldn't be, we went from the middle there, I believe, to there. Yeah, lovely. Just check I haven't shorted those two out now. I don't think I have. Yeah, so of course, if I was doing this as a real board repair and not just a complete almost rewiring of the circuit board, then I would probably only be doing one wire or another wire at once. But because all of this circuit board was sort of needed reversing, this was the way to do it, really, I think. So I don't know if you found that interesting. I certainly did. I was learning as I was going along there. I've not used this wire before, so I just wanted to see what was involved and how I could do it. I think, to be honest, I might get some thicker wire, maybe go up to 0.2 of a millimetre or something, because this seems very fragile, but then again it should work. So I'm just wondering now whether I'm breaking everything as I'm trying to clean the board. I think I need some I need something else to just clean this up a little bit. But I think, I mean, I hope you agree that, I mean, this is the before and this is the after. And once I get this cleaned up and I put some UV resin on this just to hold all the wires in place, it's probably as good as the circuit board, really. It doesn't actually look as if it's gone terribly wrong, whereas when I had all these wires on it, it did. Anyway, that's how to use this jumper wire. I hope you enjoyed this. A very basic video here. I'm not going to bother editing it, but you know that already. But hope you found that interesting. Tune in for next time. Bye.